What's going on, guys? It's your boy Steven, S Squared. We're here with Rex, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I take this cheap AutoZone shifter and turn it into this. Alright, so to explain a little bit, I've been looking for a shift knob for the Rex for a while now. Had a few that I kind of liked, but they're like freaking $100 shift knobs. I didn't really feel like spending $100 on a shift knob. In that process, buddy Walker over there, Walker Halls, back over there working on his Trans Am again. He happened to have one of these green skulls, and if you know me, I had a Ranger lowered in college, and I actually had this exact same shift knob on that truck. So it's kind of got a little bit of sentimental value. So if I can make this thing work with the RX-8, it'd be fantastic. So today I'm going to be taking some JB Weld, some thread adapters that I found on Amazon, and re-glue this thing back together and hopefully make a reliable shift knob out of it. So let's get into it. All right, so let's show you what I got here to make this work. Starting off, the shift knob or threads to the shifter on the RX-8 are an M10 by 1.25. I was able to source a bolt, a nut. This is going to act as a jam nut. If you don't know what that is, you run this in, and you put the shifter where you want it, and you run it back up, and then that jams it in the spot so it doesn't turn. So that way this will always face the right way, because obviously this is you only want this to face one way. And then I sourced some M10 by 1.25 thread adapters. This pack of 5 was only like $6. And then I got some JB Weld. This is 6-hour cure time. Usually the longer the cure time, the little stronger the hold. So hopefully this is gonna hold up to what I need to get this thing reliable. So starting off, this little piece was originally like 3 little set pins that kind of screwed onto a shifter. Really poor design, not good for anything. So, and obviously you can tell the factory glue, it pulled out of the base of the shifter. So I'm going to glue this back in. I'm probably going to scuff up this little surface here, glue it back in, and then from there I will thread. I've actually already glued 2 of these things together. I've used this bolt, threaded this thread adapter on, and then I put those 2 together and kind of put some super glue to hold those. And that way I have more thread. I feel like the more thread I have, the better, stronger, tighter hold I'll have on the shift knob, so it's not loose, or you don't risk stripping the thread out or anything like that. So I guess at this point, so let's get to cleaning this up and get this glued back into my knob. And yeah, let's get to it. All right, guys, so I went and got some 320 sandpaper, and I scuffed up the inside of the shifter here and scuffed up the outside of this. So now it's a pretty tight fit. Now that I scored up the inside there, I took my screwdriver and kind of made some grooves so this JB Weld will hold. So 320 sandpaper, sand it up, mix up your 2-part epoxy. It's more than I need. So get that all good and mixed up. So take some of that. And then kind of smear it all around the inside. Put a little bit on this. as well. I don't want this sucker coming off. So, and this does have a slight slope, so I want the head to kind of face up, so that's going to go towards the front. And just like that, got a little ooze out. Now that's gonna have to dry. And this stuff is set up for, I think, 4 or 5 hour cure time. So on that process, I'm gonna take this bolt. So the reason why I sourced this bolt is for this, so I can set the threads in here. So these threads, I double stacked them, and I use super glue to hold these together. Make sure it threads all the way. So that threads, and then that will set inside here like so. So I'm going to put a little grease on the tip of this screw so it don't stick. And then I'll fill this hole in this with some more of my JB Weld. And then we'll have to let this sit. So I went and got a little bit of grease on the head of the bolt because I don't want the bolt getting stuck, obviously. So let's mix up some more of this JB Weld. Get a good helping there. And obviously I'm going to need a lot of this because this threads aren't as wide as the hole. So I'll go ahead and put some of this down in here. Obviously I want a strong hold, so I want as little airspace as possible, so I want to be able to fill this up. So this gets a nice good hold. Don't need my shifter getting loose when I'm slamming gears in my slow RX-8. So now let's see. Well, that little, need to get that, yeah, little sucker. Don't need that down in there. All right. Oh, that's being a problem. I'm probably gonna get a piece of tape to hold that up off that. So, all right, I'll be back in a second once I get this situated. So I went and got some tape and held that washer up off the threads so it doesn't get stuck. I took some paper towels and kind of wiped off the excess that was oozing out the top. Hopefully that doesn't lock my bolt in because that could cause problems. But so now I got to let this cure for 4 to 6 hours. Like that is like dry time. Cure time's 15. So I'll probably let this set overnight and then come back to it tomorrow and finish it up. Hopefully this works out, so we'll see. All right guys, we're back. It's been a few days. I did let it sit and this is what it turned out. So everything seemed to dry out pretty good. After about an hour of letting it set, I was able to unscrew the bolt and my piece stayed in there. So let's get this thing installed on the shifter. All right guys, so inside the car here on the RX-8, if you're looking at this video, you probably already know the RX-8, the shift knob just screws off. So unscrew your shift knob, and then you'll want to put your nut, jam nut, on. And then we'll see if this thing threads on. Oh yeah. So now this is where the jam nut comes into play. So you'll position it where you want it, and then you'll run the nut up, which I've already done some. It's a 14. So I will take the 14 and tighten up this nut and tighten the shift knob where I want it. So I am going to do that since I can't hold the camera and film or tighten that. I'm going to tighten that real quick. All right, there it is, guys. Got it all nice installed. Oh yeah, that's nice and firm. Hell yeah. So if y'all like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. Brian's gonna put all the tags down in the description below, all our Instagram tags, Amazon links. If you click on an Amazon link and buy something, that does help out the channel. So yeah, I guess until next time.